What's up, YouTube? Bronze Bear Any here, and believe it or not, I'm not bronze, and in fact, I'm teaching you guys today, well, any mid laner here, how to get out. And I'm only silver, but I have gained a lot of knowledge, coming all the way up to silver 2. I'm probably gonna climb out of silver in the next week. So I just really think that I have tons of knowledge on how to get out of bronze in the mid lane, and half the things are things you probably wouldn't expect have such a big benefit and impact in your game. So I hope that you watch this video to the end because it is packed with ways to get out of bronze. And honestly, you can skip to the end. Like, I'd say around 6 minutes is where it starts getting like most knowledge and best strategies on how to get out. But obviously at the beginning, I start out, teaching the basics, stuff that you probably already know. But if you really are bronze, just watch the whole thing because it'll help you improve the best. So yeah, I hope that you liked this video and let's dive right into trading. In the mid lane, you want to constantly deal damage to the enemy, and that is called trading whenever you all in them and then they all in you. So you want to constantly always try to do that, but where you get benefits. And to get the most benefits out of trading, you should follow these 5 steps to have the most successful trades. When do you trade? So you want to trade when your enemy has abilities down, so then you can do damage to them and they can't do as much damage to you. You want to trade when you have vision to provide safety from ganks, and you want to trade when your enemy tries to CS because whenever that happens, they're locked in position. They can't do anything against you, and it's pretty much just a free place to do damage. You want to trade when your enemy has escapes down, such as flash, dashes, and stuns, so then they can't run away or all in you because flash, dashes, and stuns are also very good aggression abilities. And also, when you have more minions than the enemy, it's best to trade because if they attack you, the minions are obviously going to attack that person. And if you have more damage. And also, if the enemy has no minions, that's a pretty good time to trade because they might miss their minion, like they might miss minion kills by going all in on you or by running away from you. And if that was the enemy that had more minions than you could have lost minions. So it's best to trade whenever you can't lose any minions or less than the enemies because it's always good to have more minion kills than your opponent. So yeah, this is what I've learned so far on how to trade successfully in lane. Another big part of being in the mid lane is to always last hit minions. And I'm not saying waste all of your abilities on minions because then you can't trade as well. But obviously if you do have an ability like Annie's Q where you can just do that on a minion and then it pretty much gives you the ability right back, that's okay to use abilities on minions. But you just want to always last hit minions because although they don't give you that much gold, the gold adds up. Like in bronze, I saw a lot of mid laners only having like 90 CS at the end of a 30-minute game. Yeah, that's not really that successful for them because they probably couldn't even get full build by the end of that 30-minute game. But say if you had 200 minion kills by the end of a 30-minute game, you would be past your full build as long as you got like a pretty good amount of kills. So yeah, just always try to last hit the minions. And also under tower, if the enemy is going in on you a lot and they're killing all of your minions very quickly, like say there was a Yasuo because Yasuo is always push up lane. So under tower, to get the most success by last hitting minions, if you're a mage such as Lux, wait, so against the ranged minions which are called casters, you want to basic attack the minion, and then let the tower shot happen, and then basic attack it again, and then you should get the minion every single time. And then against the melee ones, you want to wait for 2 tower shots, and then hit the minion. Or if you really don't have that much attack damage, which I'm pretty sure that most mages have enough to last hit after that, but you can hit it at the beginning and then wait for 2 tower shots, hit it again. And then for cannons, I don't really know how many tower shots it takes to bring that down and how to have the most success with that. So it's okay to waste ability on that because they do give the most gold, so it's pretty worth it to use like a little bit of mana for that. And yeah, so you always want to try to beat your enemy in CS, and a way to do that is to say you're pushing your minions under their tower. You want to try to stun them or something. Say that you're Yasuo and you're against a ranged mage. Wind wall their basic attacks so they can't last hit, because that actually adds up how much CS they'd actually lose. And also stuns are very good because they literally stop anything from the enemy mid laner that they would be doing. So you can pretty much make them miss out on CS while you're getting some, which is very good. And also, 15 minion kills equals 1 kill worth of gold. So you only want to go in on the enemies whenever you won't be missing 15 CS, and that includes whenever you're recalling and whenever you're coming back, which is why after getting a kill, you always want to get as many minions that are left in mid lane as possible, because you just get free minion kills because there's no enemy. So you just want to make sure that you're not missing out on free gold that would have been more than what you would have gotten from going in. And that is how I CS in mid lane. It's probably not the best way, but it's above bronze, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Another huge part of mid lane that is not valued at all, I'm pretty sure, in bronze is how good wards actually are, because they don't just provide vision in the river bushes. They can literally give you free kills. Like, for example, if you warded the enemy raptor camp, you could probably kill them because raptors do tons of damage. Like, yeah, especially level 2 or level 3, they are going to be at like 2 bars while killing the raptors, and then you can just walk up to them and then get that free kill because they obviously wouldn't expect a ward there. Some good spots for placing wards are these ones that I'm about to show right now. And also, control wards are very useful, more useful than you might think. Like, they're not just for destroying enemy wards, because they last forever until the enemy basic attacks it 4 times. So you can place them in these spots I'm going to show right now to have the most success in finding enemy junglers or enemy roamers that are just not gonna probably check that bush because they might just walk through the path, which is what most people do. And if you can find anybody that you can kill with those pink wards, it's always worth the 75 gold because you're getting way more than 75 gold for that kill. So, and also that's a death timer for the enemies. So, say if it's a jungler, which is what will happen most of the time and would be the best case scenario, you can make them have a death timer of say 20 seconds and they can't do anything. So you can steal jungle camps if you killed your mid laner before, or recall, which is always the best thing to do. Or you can just leave it at that because the enemy jungler's dead and your lanes have a chance to do more things with more freedom, and your jungler can even do some crazy invades or some crazy ganks while the enemy jungler is dead. So those pink wards pretty much benefit the whole game no matter what, because even if you don't kill the enemy jungler or the enemy roamers, it's providing you safety in these spots, well, in some of them, because it's near mid lane, so you can see if the enemy jungler is planning a gank or enemy roamers, because top lane sometimes roams, bot lane sometimes roams, but it's not as likely at all. That's why wards are so useful and is a huge reason why tons of mid laners can't really climb out of bronze, because they may have good mechanics, but a good amount of success comes from wards because they are extremely useful. Another huge part of mid lane is to roam as much as you can. And you want to roam whenever your minions are going into the enemy tower and you killed all the enemy minions, which is called pushing, because you won't lose as much minions as you would have going to another lane. But if you can ever go to an enemy lane where the enemies are closer to your team's tower, it's pretty much always a free kill, especially in bronze, because if you're any mid laner, you do tons of damage, and you can just get a free kill if your teammate and your enemy are fighting, especially closer to your tower, as I said before, because they can't really run away as much as they could have under a tower, and if you did tower dive, it's not going to be as successful half the time. So yeah, that's just a very good thing to keep in mind. Always look at your map and always try to find times when you can kill enemies. And also, even if you aren't pushed, if your jungler is fighting another person in the river, more than half of the time you want to help him because that is a free kill if it's a 2v1, or if you see that your enemy mid laner is going missing the same time that your jungler is fighting the enemy jungler, you can guess that they're going to fight with that, and you should win the fight if you know what you're doing. But if you don't, then just tell the jungler to back off. So yeah, that's why roaming is so good as a mid laner. Like, it's not only good as a jungler, although that's what they do. But yeah, as long as you roam in the mid lane, you should have all of your teammates winning lane, which pretty much makes the game finished already in bronze games, because it's more about the laning phase, because nobody knows how to team fights. Even in silver, I'd say, really, because they just don't know what they're doing late game. They might master the laning phase, but after that, it's just done. It's just done. So that's why roaming is so important. Another big thing about having successful games as a mid laner is that you should never, ever be mean to your teammates, because although they might be worse than your grandma playing the game, flaming them does nothing. And well, it does do something. It only makes the game go downhill, because first of all, they might type back at you, or they might feel offended, they might AFK, and all of those things make it so your teammate can't be on the map with you, or if they are, they aren't doing anything beneficial, which no benefits means less chance of winning the game. So yeah, you never want to be toxic. I'm not saying that you want to be nice all the time. Like, honestly, the best thing to do is just say nothing except for informational things, or saying that you want to gank, but obviously don't do it in a disrespectful way, or saying that you're going somewhere. But yet again, you can do most of those things with just pings. And also, never ping MIA on your teammates, because that's toxic, and that's gonna probably uh, have them type in chat, why did you do this? And that might be a time where they're missing CS, which is crucial for any lane, but very good for mid lane and bot lane especially. So yeah, never be toxic, because it can get you banned and it makes you lose games, so just don't do it. Lastly, play to improve and not to win. I mean, I know it's a lot easier for me right now because I'm talking about this in preseason 8, so you pretty much lose nothing except for MMR. But Just play to improve, because if you play to win, that can make you get very, very mad if you're losing, which if you're mad, you don't play as well. Like you don't even play half as well. You probably like whenever I'm tilted, I probably play like with 1/10 of my actual skill. So yeah, just play to improve, because if you play to improve, you won't really get as mad at mistakes. And also, as long as you're improving, you are getting better even if you do lose games. But if you play to win, you're not really getting better and you'll just get mad and you'll just be more flaming hot than Cheetos. So you don't want to do that. And also, never give up, because I didn't, and I played to improve. Well, I tried my best to, and after 500 games, which is a ton of time, which kind of sucks for me, but after 500 games, I did eventually get out of bronze, and I'm almost gold now. So it just really helps to never give up and play to improve. That's probably my biggest tip for any lane, because or jungler even, because as long as you play like that, things won't offend you and you can spot out what you're doing wrong more easily, and it's just the path to success in pretty much anything in life. So yeah, that is my guide on how to get out of bronze in mid lane, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my first video, so I'm a little bit camera shy, well, voice shy, but you know, it's all good. And I really hope to see you guys in the next video. I'm starting a new series called Twisted Road to Gold, which is basically I'm going to post both my highlights of my 3 games, kind of like what Red Mercy does, but I'm also going to have those 3 games of me watching my replays of those games and then trying to spot out where I could have improved or what I did well. So then it helps all of us out in a way at this game. So yeah, I just really hope that I can see you guys in another video, and peace.